Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the interim syllabus for thermoset resins PET 374. This is how we're going to finish up the rest of the semester for our labs so that everybody has a complete lab requirement and we don't all have to worry about doing this again in the near future. So, as you know, I'm the queen of online data labs, and so this was a pretty easy shift for me. It's going to be an easier shift for all of you. So, something to keep in mind as we move forward. The grading system remains exactly the same, 90, 80, 70, 60, so you need a 60 or higher to pass. The pre-lab quizzes will still be 35%. The post-lab summaries, notice the change there, will be 65%. So, same number of points, but the post-lab activities will be a little bit different. So, there will still be quizzes for each lab module. They will still consist of 5 questions, 2 points apiece for 10 total points, and they are based on the lab activity handout and any videos that I have put in the module. So they still comprise 35% of your grade, so you still want to get as many points as possible on these. The differences in the quizzes now is that they are online, and that they will be made available at a certain date, and they will be made unavailable at a certain date. So you need to make sure that you're consulting Canvas on a regular basis to make sure that you haven't missed a quiz. I will be a little more forgiving than I normally would have been if you weren't paying attention and you missed a quiz, but I actually open up these modules probably about a full week ahead of time before you actually need to get this stuff done. So these are pretty easy activities from this point forward. You just need to sit down and do them. So I forgot, or I didn't have access to Canvas. That's something that I need to hear from you immediately if that's the case. We are not going to be doing lab reports. Yay! You love writing lab reports. I love grading lab reports. So, as much as we all love them, I've decided to change that a little bit. Make everything easier on the rest of everyone's semester. So we're going to do post-lab summaries. And these are going to refer to the data packet that is given to you. So you're going to have, for example, for the first one, a data sheet. And all of the questions will come off of that data sheet. I may ask you to pull from information you know from your lecture notes or from the handout, but this is something you should be able to answer quite easily with the resources you currently have. So you're going to download that summary document, you're going to add your answers to it, and you're going to upload the completed summary. Please note that there is a blank for your name. If that is left blank, you get no points for the entire summary. I know it comes from your Dropbox. We put our names on things. So I will give partial credit for answers that are incorrect. I will give partial credit for answers that are incomplete. But if you fail to answer one of the questions, you will get no credit. After all, some points are better than no points, and this is an opportunity for you to get 50 points easily. Put your name on it, answer all of the questions. Bob's your uncle, you're done with your post-lab summary, 50 points, no lab report, writing required. These are the topics we have left to cover. So the first lab number 1 was Brookfield viscometry, and that is the first topic. I'm going to take you through that particular module so you can see how they look. Lab number 2 is hydroxyl value and acid value as determined by titration, and then lab number 7 was polyurethane foams. These were intended to be the hands-on labs this semester, but circumstances being what they are, we can't be so hands-on. So this is what we have left to do. This is what this particular video refers to in terms of how to move forward and complete those activities. So that completes the PowerPoint. Now we're going to go to Canvas. So this syllabus presentation will be uploaded here, and there will be an interim syllabus quiz. Why is that? Because I want to know that you watched this video and that you understand what's going on and moving forward through the lab. Once again, I had no idea what was happening with lab. I put announcements up in the course, and I'm adding information here. Due dates are changing. You should be getting announcements about that. So you should be paying attention to how things are moving forward on Canvas, not just for this course, but for all courses moving forward. If you're not dialed into Canvas, it will be a problematic remainder of the semester for you. If you don't have access to the internet, that's another thing I need to hear from you, and you will see a Canvas announcement to that effect. So the first module you need to pay attention to is the syllabus quiz. There will be this video uploaded here, but I'm making this video right now, so that's why it's not there. And then the first lab is rheometry measurement using a Brookfield viscometer. There'll be a short video that I do at the beginning of this lab to kind of walk you through the different points, but this is all the material that's contained within this, and this is all complete with the exception of that intro video. So there's your lab handout document, and then, thanks to the nice people at Brookfield, I found several videos on how you can go through and actually auto zero, explain the instrument controls, choose a spindle, what you do with unstable readings and out of range errors, and then how finally to take a viscosity reading. It's actually the exact same viscometer that we use in our lab. Now, if you have trouble sleeping, I highly recommend listening to this gentleman's voice. It will lull you right off to dreamland. I don't know if you're going to actually read these or not, go through these or not. It's up to you, but the information is there should you need it in the future to do Brookfield readings. There may be information in those videos that you might need for your quiz. Once again, this is your lab quiz, which you should complete, in this case, by the due date listed here. And then your Brookfield data set, your Brookfield worksheet, and then finally your lab report 1. Now I use lab report in air quotes because it's really just filling out that worksheet. The assignment details, and I will click on that, have been updated to reflect that. Complete this worksheet for 50 points. So that is how these lab activities are going to proceed in the future. Lab number 2 and lab number 7 will also be updated similarly, again with an intro video for me, your data set, a worksheet, and then finally your, quote, lab report being due. So please pay attention to your announcements in Canvas. Please reach out and ask any questions that you have. If you're having trouble with something in one of these modules, like you can't get to it, the link is broken or something like that, please let me know. If you're having that problem, chances are someone else is too. I do not want you to suffer as a result of my lack of technical expertise when it comes to using Canvas. So once again, please communicate early and often if you're having any issues. But again, you'll have a lab quiz, you'll have a worksheet to fill out, and those will comprise the remainder of your points for the rest of the semester. The number of points won't change. Honestly, your level of effort will go way down. So all you have to do is complete the stuff. Please make sure you're paying attention to due dates and you're getting them in by the due date. Thank you very much. Please go take your interim syllabus quiz after this, and then move on to lab module number 1.